Hey, seventh grade CVA students. This is Mr. Poggio, and I am your seventh grade science teacher. I'm also the lead junior high teacher. So I wanted to start us off with what's going on with week one, not just in science class, but what's going on in all of your classes for onboarding week. So without further ado, here we go. So our learning objective. This week, we're just getting used to school. We have some e-cadence tech tips, and we'll talk about personal growth through this program called Thrively. And we know that we're online, so it takes some time to get adjusted. Don't worry. Think of this week as a getting used to CVA and e-cadence, our learning management system. You'll see these instructions will look very similar every module. A module is every week. And again, this is week one. Monday and Tuesday, those are your last days of summer. And Wednesday, you're going to log into Thrively and do a strength and life balance lesson. And you'll also have some EK, that stands for e-cadence. Well, you have some EK Google Slides videos to check out. And you'll also be emailing me. We're going to practice emailing. Thursday, we'll go back to Thrively, and there are some digital citizenship lessons. This is going to be one of the longer Thrively days. You'll check out the science syllabus, and you'll watch some intro videos from Mr. Poggio or any other of your teachers here at CVA. Lastly, Friday, we'll wrap up with Thrively, doing an organization, time, and goal setting lesson. I also have a quarter game, just a fun little game. And we'll have the rest of our e-cadence videos. So again, this is just a tentative timeline. You'll see everything is actually due at the end of the week, and we'll get to that shortly. I'll always have a Bitmoji classroom that'll kind of give a little summative look at the week as well. My second page for instructions will always have links to slides, videos, or other instructions. You'll see when this video is done, it will be hyperlinked right here, so you could watch that video at your leisure. But tasks 1.1 to 1.4, again, being week one, that's why it's titled 1, and then 1.1, 1.2. All of these are specific to all of your classes with our onboarding week. And that has to do, again, with Thrively and e-cadence. So this is not science related. This is for all of your classes at CVA. You'll notice this week you won't have very much instruction specific to each of your classes, but more so this onboarding. So again, this goes to all your classes. I have instructions for your onboarding as a Google document. They're all right here. In fact, let me open that up for you. You'll be able to see this as well in your e-cadence class, but I wanted to make sure it was all centralized for you in a document as a Google Doc, so you could check that out right here. Hopefully it's not too redundant or extra, since it is also in your e-cadence class. So again, this goes day by day. One more time, when you log into e-cadence, you'll have that option as one of your modules. If you take a look at the top here, it shows me as a faculty member because I am a teacher, of course. But you're going to have different classes labeled here. Specifically, the Beehive is where you'll see all of your onboarding information. So if you go to the Beehive, let me close this up here, you'll see last school year and this school year. Make sure, of course, you click on 21-22 this school year. And you'll see a bunch of different folders. There'll be an overview, but what you want to click on is right here where it says 7th grade. All right, 7th grade is going to have all of your needs. So under 7th grade, you'll see 1.1, which is those instructions I just mentioned. You'll have a discussion, so you'll check that out. It's kind of like about what'd you do this summer, just a practice of using the discussion feature in e-cadence. You'll also have an assessment via e-cadence that has to do with an e-cadence review or getting to know our learning management system. This is not an assessment you'll be graded for. This is more so to practice assessments in e-cadence and also to get to know the platform a little better. And at the very end, you'll have a self-assessment, and this will be via a discussion. So it'll be your second discussion of the week, since you'll be going through Thrively, looking at a lot of your strengths and goal setting. So this is where you'll see it. Again, you could go under modules here and take a look under 7th grade, and you'll have all of those options here. You will literally click where it says discussion. And I believe a couple of you have started early and already added a couple discussions. But you could go to your discussion right here and post your discussion. So back to information for week one. Again, this is onboarding. Now we'll get to 1.5, which is going to be specific to science. So 1.5, I always like to start with instructions for the week. I kind of giggle about it because it's literally this document. It's nothing to do. It's just instructions. And 1.6 are going to be informational videos about Mr. Poggio, Mr. Padilla. Mr. Padilla is one of my team teachers in 7th grade science. So you're going to see a lot of videos and instruction from both Mr. Poggio and Mr. Padilla. If you want to get to know us a little bit more, there's some videos here. And I also included a video for one of my summer trips to Sedona, Arizona. So if you want to check that out. You'll also be reading your syllabus for 7th grade science. It will explain the details about grading, late work, the ins and outs of everything you need to know with 7th grade science. And you will also be sending me an email. I went a little detailed on these instructions because an email system is going to be completely new for you in 7th grade. You have a Google account, and this process will explain how to set it up and write an email. In fact, at the very end, if you stick around, I'll show you how to actually write that email. And 1.9, your last thing is a quarter game. And this is a fun challenge. There will be a discussion tied to this. So you'll see, I just want to know about what was your thinking process in this quarter game. Again, there is a real answer to this, and it's just kind of fun. You won't get graded on completion. You'll just get graded on participation. So again, even more details, this is going to be assignments and instructional links detailed by day. So if you want to go step by step, what can I do Wednesday to be on top of the ball for CVA and 7th grade science? There you go. Same for Thursday and same for Friday, your 3 days of the week. The only thing that will be graded in science this week will be your email. So you will just simply send me an email and you'll get 10 points for that. And your discussion for your quarter game. We'll see if you could figure out how to post a video of your solution or your thought process on what the quarter game was like. And I really want to stress, don't worry too much about your grade this week. It's all about the learning experience of what it means to be a CVA student, what it's like to use the eCadence platform, and also some of this self-discovery of your own strengths and learning styles via our Thrively system. So another quick tip on logging into Thrively. When you log into Thrively, make sure you log in with Google. Now, I'm likely already logged in, so I'm going to log out to show you what that looks like because this system is going to be very effective for logging into any outside program, whether it is Edpuzzle, which is a program Mr. Poggio likes to use. There's tons of different programs, and logging in with Google is really the key. So let me start fresh here. And Mr. Poggio is a tabber, so forgive all the tabs. But go ahead and type www.thrively.com. They're also hyperlinked in your instructions, and you could click on those hyperlinks, but you have to be logged in to go directly to the lesson. So looks like it has already kept me logged in, so I'm going to log out here. So again, when you log in, you'll get to thrively.com. It'll look just like this. You obviously will not be logged in yet, but as you log in, it's very important to already be logged into your Google account. I could see I'm logged into my Google account at the very top here. In fact, this might happen from time to time. Mr. Poggio is going to go backwards with instruction, and I'm actually going to show you how to log into your Google account. You're going to go to this web page, Google, and you're going to click on, I call this the grid, but these 9 little circles in the top, kind of in the shape of a square. When you click on it, you're going to click on Gmail, and that's going to take you straight to your email account. Now, you will have a password. If you haven't gotten your password yet from our CVA staff, please make sure to call CVA, that cell phone, or the cell phone number, excuse me. The number for CVA is 714-999-7757. So go ahead and give us a call, and we'll help you out with your password if you didn't get it at registration of this past week at the Beehive registration event. So when you know you're logged into Google, Whenever you go to an outside program like Thrively, you will see the option, of course, to log in. When you click login, you're going to always want to click on this login with Google. You don't need to type in, your 1-6 long number. I think it's 7-digit number. That's at student.auhsd.us. You do not need to do that. This is excessive, redundant, unnecessary. As long as you are logged into Google, again, you'll see your Google account because it'll have your main picture up here at the top right. All you actually have to do is sign in with Google, because the system already knows on Google Chrome that you are logged into your account. So when you click login with Google, it will automatically log you in. You might have to identify. I have a couple different accounts, so I'm going to make sure it's Mr. Poggio CVA under my Poggio_R account. And then once you're logged in, you'll be able to access the lessons for onboarding this week. So give it a moment here as it's loading. You'll be able to find your playlist. Your playlist might look, and your Thrively might look a little bit different because I'm a teacher and you are the user or the student. But when you go to your lesson, you're going to see these at the bottom. Again, each one of these correlates to either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday for your assignments for onboarding week 1. Digital citizenship is our Thursday lesson, which is going to be a little bit on the longer side. It's going to take approximately 5 hours. This is very important, of course, being a virtual academy. So make sure you go through, answer the questions to the best of your ability. Really take some time on it, because this system, Thrive, will allow you to really understand and leverage your strengths that you may not know are your strengths until you take their assessments. So have some fun with this. If you have any questions, please take advantage of our email. You'll see in the instructions for the week, we'll also have a syllabus for each one of your classes. I know it's linked down there somewhere, but you want to make sure to take a look at this syllabus. It explains our synchronous meetings, which will be for 7th grade science on Friday. It will also explain the late policy. It will explain grading, textbook information, some final thoughts. So really take a moment to read through Mr. Poggio and Mr. Padilla's syllabus as well. And I think my last comment, that's right, I want to show my students here how to email. So your assignment this week that is graded is emailing Mr. Poggio and Mr. Padilla. Almost there. Give me a second. When you are emailing, again, you will need to be logged in to your Google account. If you don't have your password, please contact CVA. You could also have mom or dad email Mr. Poggio, and I could send that information directly. Again, that is sensitive information, and it will be shared directly with the parent or you, the student. But you're going to go to google.com, and you're going to click on this grid with the 9 circles. You're going to click where it says Gmail. Now, it might prompt you to type in your password. Again, if I'm sounding redundant, I'm sorry, but you will need to get your password directly from CVA staff. You can see I have some of my emails, but you're going to go to this area that says Compose in the top left. When you hit Compose, it will give you the opportunity to write a new email. In the to, you're going to want to put Poggio _R at auhsd.us. It might prompt my actual name once you've written me an email. So that's one of the nice systems about email. You just write Poggio and it'll prompt. If you're Mr. Padilla student, you will type Padilla, which is Padilla _R at auhsd.us. Maybe a good subject or title line could be intro email. And you always want to start off with Dear Mr. Poggio or Dear Mr. Padilla. And then in here, you're going to want to write your body message. Hopefully, you could share something that you did this summer, maybe something about yourself to introduce yourself to Mr. Poggio, Mr. Padilla, because this will be one of your first impressions. So take advantage of being able to send your teacher a message. And make sure you hit send at the end. If you have any other questions or comments, please reach out to Mr. Poggio via email. If it's easier, you can contact us directly by calling Cambridge Virtual Academy. Again, that's 714-999-7757. But please be patient with this week. It's all about understanding our learning management system, getting used to junior high, and this whole concept of virtual learning. Have a great day and enjoy onboarding week 1. See ya, Mr. Poggio.